Okay guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm back again. It is Thursday, May 7th, and it is 10:55 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to just pick up right from where we left off in the last video, which should be uploading now and should be available shortly. And we're going to touch on the Q post from today. And I also wanted to say in the last video at the end, I thanked a few people and I got confused, but it was Colleen Stubblefield that made these for me. And I appreciate it so very, very much. I think they are adorable. Absolutely adorable. Yeah, so you should make those and make them available for other people. You could sell those. Anyway, I appreciate it. And let's pick right up from where we left off and let's get up to date with Q. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to the news. I've got a whole other video ready to go with the news, but I don't think I have 3 videos in me. I don't think my voice will stand up to 3 hours of talking, but we'll at least get caught up to date with the Q posts. And then hopefully if Q is not prolifically posting tomorrow, we can get caught up with the news. All right, so we are on drop 4135, and it says California wants to quarantine people with COVID-19 plus contacts, so plus their contacts, even removing them from homes. Really glad I don't live in California, although I wouldn't put it past where I'm staying either. So there you go, and let's take a look at this link here. I'm sorry, I was hearing claws and I had to make sure it wasn't my couch. It's the carpet. I don't care so much about the carpet because doesn't seem to harm it. All right, what do you do if your 6-year-old son or daughter tests positive for COVID-19 and was taken from your house to a quarantine center by Ventura health authorities? This shocking video demands that you plan ahead. Yeah. They seem to like to get our children, don't they? Okay, let's listen.
But the purpose of this program is to bring on people. We are beginning a program today which will certainly grow into something larger and larger, and that is a community contact tracing program. We've done contact tracing all along. That a contact is a person who's been exposed to someone that we document to have the COVID infection. When we find someone who has a COVID infection, those people are immediately isolated. But we also work with them to figure out who their contacts were. But the purpose of this program is to bring on people. We may bring on up to 50 or even more as the program grows and as we see the needs for it. As we do more testing, we will find more and more people who have COVID-19. And again, we'll isolate every one of them, and we will find every one of their contacts, and we will make sure that they stay quarantined, and we'll check in with them every day. We're going to do a more complete job, and we're going to do a more meticulous job of making it less and less possible for others in the county to run into someone with COVID-19 infection. It's not just our county. There are going to be thousands of people hired who will be these contact investigators throughout the state. And this is occurring in many, many other states as well, perhaps all of the states in our country. We will be giving intensive training to these people, identifying and finding contacts. Some of the people we find are going to have trouble being isolated. For instance, if they live in a home where there's only one bathroom and there are 3 or 4 other people living there and those people don't have COVID infection, we're not going to be able to keep the person in that home. Every person who we're isolating, for instance, needs to have their own bathroom. And so we'll be moving people like this into other kinds of housing that we have available.
That is absolutely frightening. So if you say that say you and your husband or you and your wife or whatever are living in a one bedroom or a one bedroom, one bath or two bedroom, one bath, and all of a sudden one of you gets ill, then the other person's going to be removed from the home and put against their will in a facility of their choosing. I don't like the way this sounds at all. It sounds like they're medical Nazis. Really, I mean, this is it's crazy. And a lot of these positions, they were hiring for quarantine, what was it? Something to do with quarantine. They were hiring all these people. The CDC was hiring them, and that was way before the virus even hit. So it's like they knew. Every day it becomes more clear to me that this is planned. So anyway, let's go back here. And Lisa Mae Crowley says, and it's Q says it's time to wake up. Q, yeah, it's definitely time to wake up. That's exactly what we saw in China, them coming to their door, forcibly removing people from the home to go to quarantine. It's not good. And you know what? The contact tracing and all that, that probably goes into a database so that they know then who your contacts are and who you're around all the time. I see way too much potential for abuse here. Anyway, Lisa Mae Crowley shared this earlier this morning, and some didn't think it was real. It's very real. This is what tyranny looks like. They want to keep us under house arrest and take family members away from us. God only knows what would happen to them. God only knows what would happen to the kids if they take kids out of the home. They like to get a hold of our kids, and I won't get into that. Anyway, and this by Dio Presso Liber, it wouldn't be pretty for whoever tried to take my kids. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't have children. I've never had children, but let me tell you, if I did, I don't think it would be very pretty. Okay, and now we are on drop 4136. Big tech and mainstream media trying to silence Q discussion ahead of 2020 election to protect the Democrats. Well, naturally, yes. And we're going to take a look at this bigger so that you can actually see it, because I know you guys are on your tiny phones. Some of you guys, you tiny phone people. And it says Facebook removes QAnon, and then all of these, let me make this bigger. All of these are headlines that, stating that it removes some QAnon pages. CV fake news, Facebook removes pseudoscience category for advertisers. Facebook removes misinformation networks tied to QAnon, and this is only going to get worse as we get closer and closer to the election. And there are lots and lots of these. So yeah. Sad, isn't it? Okay, and let's go back here. Not there. All right here. It says when you expend ammunition. Oh, and also this link here goes to Anon66. I'm curious why Facebook and Instagram are only removing QAnon conspiracy pages. Why not remove Bigfoot pages, UFO pages? If it's all just silly nonsense, why is QAnon more silly or more harmful than the others? That's a good question, isn't it? I mean, if they're going to remove conspiracy theories, why not remove, Elvis is alive and, Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster and everything else? Why not? But no, just QAnon. And Q said, when do you expend ammunition? For what purpose? Prevent public exposure of truth? Slow limit reach? Coordinated media rollout designed to instill fear into users discussing Q regarding risk of account termination, coordinated media rollout designed to silence a conspiracy they deem to have significant potential anti-D ramifications regarding the 2020 presidential election. You have more power and influence than you realize. Welcome to the revolution. Yeah, and we saw this before during the midterm elections. You know, they get just crazy about anything that's pro-Trump, anything that's Q related, they're going to remove because they know that, if they can silence all that, then the Dems have a better chance at winning. Better, but not good. Not good. I think people have really, I think they've shown themselves, who they really are. Anyway, this by Lisa May Crowley, claims of Russian interference with 2016 election pale in comparison to what they are doing and should be illegal coordinated 2020 election interference. That's exactly what they're doing. They want to intimidate us into silence to limit our reach. Won't work. And De Oppresso Liber says, we know why Facebook is cracking down on Q accounts. The deep state is not threatened by Bigfoot because it's not a threat to their power. Q is a threat to their control and power. Absolutely right. They give it a lot of attention for being a conspiracy theory. Yeah, they sure do. I mean, they try to say it's a conspiracy theory and it's nonsense. Well, then why expend the time and energy? That makes sense. All right, and we are on drop 4137, and we've got a link here, and I've got to be careful with this one because this is very, very censored, anything to do with this particular drug. So Russia approves unproven malaria drug to treat CV. All right. Yeah. Okay, the Russian government has authorized hospitals to treat CV patients with untested malaria drug, the drug, which studies have linked to potentially deadly side effects. Oh, please. You know how many people in the U.S. are on that drug? I mean, just about everyone that has lupus is on it. A lot of people. And, in some countries, a huge portion of people are on it because it's an anti-malarial. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense that they're now saying, oh, it's linked to potentially deadly side effects. Well, what isn't? Please tell me a drug that doesn't have some deadly side effects. They all do. Every one of them has something. Wow, that moon is bright out there. I mean, like bright, bright. I wonder if the fox is out there, probably waiting for some fried chicken. Anyway, Thursday's decree instructs Russian National Media Cardiology Research Center to distribute 68,600 packs of the drug donated by Shanghai Pharmaceutical Company. Now, I wouldn't take anything from Shanghai, but, that's just me. Pharmaceutical company to hospitals across Russia for free. So, interesting. More than a dozen countries are studying the effects of the drug to prevent and treat CV. Studies have warned the drug can be deadly when combined with other drugs, prompting scientists to urge countries to hold off on using it to treat CV until larger trials show its safety and effectiveness. Well, it's already been shown to be safe and effective because it has FDA approval. Are these people brain dead? Really, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. They think we are idiots and they treat us like that. It's got FDA approval. It's been being used for many, many, many years, many, many years with very few side effects. So why all of a sudden now is it dangerous and deadly? I don't think so. It's dangerous and deadly against the game they're playing. That's the only thing it's dangerous and deadly against. A BBC Russia report last week said the doctors in Moscow were being required to test it on themselves despite the known side effects and the study's related voluntary nature. Moscow's health department issued a tender in early April to buy 2.6 million rubles, 33 $3,200 worth of the drug. Russian scientists are testing vaccine prototypes for the new CV and plan to start human trials of experimental vaccines in June. Woo, whoopee! Experimental vaccines. Oh, yes, sign me up. Not. Russian scientists, okay, we just read that. Vector, a top Russian research center, said it has vaccine platform technologies that have already been tested in humans for other infections and could be used for CV. And Russia has reported a total of 32,008 CV cases, ranking it the 11th in the world, and 273 deaths as of Friday. Well, I guess those deaths will be going down exponentially if they have started treatment with the drug. All right. And let's come back here. And Lisa Mae Crowley says donated by a Shanghai pharmaceutical company to hospitals across Russia for free. Yeah, that should be an indication like, yikes. Many studies show it works. Why would anyone trust anything coming from China? Will the results show it works, or will these be poor results to push anti-drug narrative? And also, Dio Presso Liber says, so Russia is using the drug made in China to fight CV, which was also made in China, but CDC and the wizards of smart here in the US won't condone it, and in fact try to dissuade people not to use it through fear tactics. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, the wizards of smart. I like that. Now we are on drop 4138. 4138. Only the gazillionth time we've seen a Q drop seconds before a POTUS tweet. Yes, that happens a lot. And it says it has a link here to this right here, which we're going to be looking at. And it says calculating lag near impossible. Watch the news today, tomorrow, next week. Q. And if you look at this, and let me make this a little bit bigger for you tiny phone people. Now, I love my tiny phone people now. I'm not making fun of you. I think it's awesome that you want to watch it so much you'd watch it on a tiny phone. I mean, that's awesome, man. You got to respect that. All right. And this, here's POTUS tweet, 7th of May at 1:27:25 p.m. And this at 1:26:03. So yes, less than a 1 minute delta. So this says, Donald Trump says, congratulations to former governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie, and all others involved on a complete and total exoneration with a 9-0 vote by U.S. Supreme Court on the Obama DOJ scam referred to as Bridgegate. The Democrats, ... are getting caught doing very evil things, and Republicans should take note. This was grave misconduct by the Obama administration. Oh, yes, it was. And then less than 1 minute later, actually 1 minute sooner, Q posted first, and then President Trump, Russia using this to treat the drug, to treat COVID. Source of the drug is China. China using the drug to treat COVID. The more you know. So yeah, they're all using the drug, but we, here in America, where it's had FDA approval for like ever, yeah, they're dissuading people from using it, even though like a good portion. Well, anyone on lupus, that's the go-to drug for lupus. So I mean, there's a good number of people on it. Anyway, let's go on because we can. Drop 4139. Q posts links to Patriot Twitter accounts to expand reach, prevent collapse, and maintain unity. Now, let's take a look at this. I'm sorry that I have to play Hillary Clinton, even though I don't believe it's Hillary Clinton, because, well, I don't know who's Hillary Clinton or not, because every time I see her, she looks completely different. Like, she's fat, then she's thin, her hair's long, then it's short, her hair's like slightly different color, her face shape changes. I don't know. How many Hillarys are there? I give up. Anyway, let's listen to this Hillary, whoever she is.
Permitted by law and regulation. I had
She thinks she needs the Medal of Freedom.
one device.
Secretary Clinton used numerous mobile devices to send and to read email on that personal domain.
My use of personal email was allowed by the State Department.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material.
There is evidence to support a conclusion that any reasonable person in Secretary Clinton's position or in the position of those with whom she was corresponding about those matters should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I never sent nor received any information that was classified at the time it was sent and received.
110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information at the time they were sent or received.
I never sent classified material on my email, and I never received any that was marked classified.
Yeah, that's what she is. She's a pathological liar, and she's so comfortable. Notice how comfortable she is lying. You know, you have to really, really beware of people that are that comfortable lying. All right, let's go back now and let's look at what Lisa Mae Crowley had to say. What a shame that after everything he said, Comey let her off the hook on 5th of July, 2016, just days after the infamous 27th of June tarmac meeting between Slick Willie and Lynch. Q highlighting more Patriot accounts as they attempt to silence us. And Diopresso Lieber says, in the early days of Q Post, Q would primarily keep things within the 8chan amongst anons. However, Q links to Twitter accounts because the mission is to wake up the public. Q helps patriots on Twitter by linking to their posts and expanding their reach. If Q links a tweet, that tweet will have thousands of likes and retweets, and the subject matter will be reviewed by more people. Perfect example is this video compilation of Comey's and Hillary's. Makes sense. And now we are on drop 4140. Boom, Justice Department dropping Flynn's criminal case. Now, if this is like the best news we've heard in a very, very long time, because I'm telling you, that man deserves to be exonerated. Have the case dropped. And it says, let freedom ring. Amen. Breaking, Justice Department is dropping criminal case against ex-Trump advisor Michael Flynn, according to court filings obtained by AP. The prosecution has been a rallying cry for the president in attacking FBI Russia investigation. So this is very good news and a very good day. I bet you Flynn is just feeling so much relief. He's probably at home spending it with his wife and his family, and I think that's just awesome. All right, now we are on drop 4141. Democrats going after Bill Barr now, as predicted in drop 3932. And this is, let me see, the public will learn the truth. And this is the drop that drop 3932, where he mentioned it before. The public will learn the truth. The media will attempt to spin as a partisan attack. The House will push for Barr removal. The House will open investigations into Barr Durham. Lack of confidence. Full disclosure. D-Class provides truth. Foreign corroboration provides truth. What happens when corporate media knowingly pushes false propaganda information? What happens when corporate media can no longer be trusted? The silent war continues. It's not so silent as it was before. And we have this link to Adam Schiff here, which I've clipped out for us. Flynn pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about his illicit Russian contacts. His lies do not now become truths. This dismissal does not exonerate him, but it does incriminate Bill Barr in the worst politicization of the Justice Department in its history. Now, Adam Schiff, probably one of the slimiest men in I was going to say in Hollywood, in Washington, D.C. And let me tell you, I don't think he'll go unpunished. No, not a chance. But he just appears like a greasy, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Adam Schiff, but I can't look at him because it's like, you ever just met someone and you don't know why, although we do have lots of reasons why with him, but you don't know why, but there's something in your spirit that just cringes when you meet them because they're just, that whatever they're into something bad. That's how I feel about him. Okay. And Lisa McCrowley says Schiff and Nadler's whining about DOJ's decision to dismiss charges against General Flynn earlier. Schiff is Schiffing himself, no doubt. Keep it coming. Locked on target. Painted. Yeah. Boy, I think we'll all be dancing when he gets what he deserves. Okay, this is by Dio Presso Lieber, Sun Q2 on Twitter. Representative Adam Schiff is in trouble. Keep watching the news. Q told us exactly what is about to happen. Schiff will push to investigate Barr and Durham. Media will spin it as a partisan attack. Well, naturally. And when I say we'll be dancing when Schiff gets his, I'm talking about, when he gets indicted, whatever's going to happen to him. I'm not, cheering for them to swing from ropes or anything, because a lot of them may not be going to such a good place. It would be great if they repented, but yes, they should also seek, even if they do repent, even if they are sorry, you still have the consequences of, you do the crime, you do the time. That's the way it is. All right. Now we are on drop 4142, Russia investigation, transcripts and documents. And this is a link to that. And this you can find this on the Q board if you want to look into this and get to the the investigation. You can let me go out there and just show you. U.S. House of Representatives Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, Russia investigation transcripts and documents. So they are available, and they are there. A lot to look at. So, and that is https / intelligence.house.gov / Russia investigation. So that is where you will find that. And let's go back. And Lisa May Crowley says transcripts from House Intel Committee published. The spin in Schiff's opening statements in this are beyond absurd. Schiff wants us to believe these transcripts prove POTUS colluded with Russia. He says they released the transcripts so every American can see the facts and decides for themselves. Is this conduct okay? Well, his conduct is not okay. I think we all are in agreement on that. And this by Dio Presso Lieber, Sun Q2 on Twitter. Q provides the link to the Russia investigation transcripts and documents. Question, it's not that we're lazy, but could you give us a few hints where the juicy tidbits are in the Russian interview transcripts? Yeah, there's a lot to look at. There's 600 pages, so that's a lot to look at. And I'm hoping that it would be great if a bunch of us could organize it so that we could take so many pages each and look through it. But it's a lot for one person to do, that's for sure. Okay, now we are on drop. A yawn almost slipped right out, but I stopped it. Okay, drop 4143, dig. acting DNI Director Grinnell to release new trove of Russia probe documents tomorrow. So yeah, and this is Kevin Cork status that they're linking to. It says news sources tell Fox News acting DNI Richard Grinnell planning to release new trove of documents as early as tomorrow, expected to be related to the Russia probe and will be significant, per Ed Henry. That's promising. And it says be ready to dig Anon's meat. So Q's already telling us there's stuff there. There's meat there. Well, and you know there's a shortage of meat, so anyway, not that kind of meat, but yeah. So this is something to look forward to tomorrow. That's awesome. And let's look at this, and we've already looked at this. Like this is the third time now. Show of force, AC-130 gunship lights up the night. We've already looked at this, and I don't see any reason to look at it again. But again, Q is obviously reiterating the fact that the target or targets are painted, and get ready for the boom. So that is it for tonight. That is it for the Q post, unless he's been out there posting since I've been talking, and chances are he has been. So let's just take a second and go out and look. Probably like 30 more drops out there with my luck, but let's take a boo. Oh yes, he's been busy. Where did we leave off here? Okay, so there's a couple more. Well, let's go out and take a look. It says focus on tomorrow first. That is what Q is telling us, and gives us a link here. So let's go out and take a look at it. It says if you're still catching your breath from today, I'm told next week will involve a bombshell. I'm standing by. That's by Shannon Bream. If you're still catching your breath from today, I'm told next week will involve a bombshell. I'm standing by. That's encouraging. And Q says focus on tomorrow first. So tomorrow, obviously, Q just let us know something's going to be released tomorrow. Focus on that first. Then next week, another bombshell. And here, stealth bomber, drain it. And I love this. Drain it. He's so presidential. I don't know why people say he's not, because I think he's very presidential. But that's just my opinion. And then down here we've got, I think that's a stealth bomber, right? like I know. No, I'm pretty sure that is. And yeah, so I think he's, a lot of the same themes are coming up today. You know, the bomber, the, painting the target, boom. Yeah, and a lot of stuff being released. Okay, and now drop 4147. I mean, we might as well finish it up to the date. I mean, it's 11:28, so I mean, he could still post though. And if he does, I will bring that to you tomorrow. But this is the last one for tonight. 4147. Michael Atkinson, Inspector General of the Intelligence Community, and all we have here is his name bolded and in kill box. So what's coming up regarding him? Any clues, anybody? Because I don't have any clues. I don't know, but what do you guys surmise? Let me know in the comments below. I always look forward to your comments. And that is it for tonight. I do have another video, but I don't think I can make it through another hour of talking. I just don't think I can. So I will try to bring that to you tomorrow. But of course, if there are as many Q posts tomorrow as there are today, maybe not. But I'm going to try my best. I also have to take my mother to the doctor out of town tomorrow, so I won't have as much time as I would normally have, but I will do my very, very best. Okay, guys, well, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you sleep well, and you keep seeking the truth. Good night, guys.